What's going on, Military Cashflow family? So as you guys know, I'm out of the country right now, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I've been walking through the woods and just kind of getting some alone time when I can, and do a lot of reflecting, right? So I'm out in the woods right now, and I started thinking about land nav, and also started thinking about what makes a person successful. And I think they kind of tie into each other, right? So when you think about it, what makes a person successful at land navigation? And if you're unfamiliar with land navigation, it's when us in the military, we do a specific type of training where essentially you get dropped off in the woods and you're given a map, a compass, a protractor, and you do your pace count, and you're told to find a specific amount of points in a specific amount of time. And that's land navigation. So you'd be dropped off in some woods kind of like this back here, and there'll be some points in random locations about a mile or two away from each other, and you're supposed to walk to and find those points just based off of a grid that you're given, right? So it's pretty cool, it's pretty fun. So I started thinking about what makes you successful at land nav, right? Or what do you need to be successful at land nav? And I pretty much already talked about them, or I pretty much already named them. And those 4 things that you need to be successful at land nav are: you need your compass, you need your map, you need a protractor, and you need a pace count, right? And all 4 of those things that make you successful in land navigation also make you successful in life. So take the compass, for example, right? The compass, it puts you on a specific point or a specific azimuth, specific direction to getting you where you need to go, right? So you know the direction of travel. You know your direction of travel based off of your compass. You can pull it out and say, hey, this is north, I need to go that way, or hey, this is south, I need to go that way. And I think that's very similar to your mentality, right? Your mentality, you either have a mentality that says, I can start on a path and be successful, and you know that, you're confident in your ability to do that, right? The compasses also have these sweet things called bezel rings, and on the bezel ring, it allows you to lock in a specific direction, right? And I think that is similar to your focus, right? So you have the ability, you know that if you set on a certain path with your compass or in life, that you will be successful. And you know that if you lock in and focus, lock in that bezel ring and focus, then you're gonna definitely be successful, right? You're just laser focused, you're locked in to whatever your target is, right? However, if you just have a compass, it's really kind of hard to know exactly where you need to go. You don't know the exact point. You might just, you might be looking to go to Texas, but end up in Florida, right? So that's where your map comes in. So your map has a bunch of different openings on it. It kind of tells you where the rivers are, where there might be any quarries, or where there might be really anything that you can use along your path, so where you know where you're at, right? The map tells you where you're at. The map also shows you where you're going, right? And that is similar to your goals. Strongly recommend basically having your goals on you, writing your goals down, keeping them on you, right? Because your goals tell you where you're going. I get a lot of messages on different social media sites from people that ask me advice about real estate. They say, hey Dan, I want to invest in real estate. What should I start with? I don't know if I should start with wholesaling or buy and hold or flipping or Airbnb or apartments, syndication, all these other different types of investment strategies. They're not sure, right? And the first thing that I say back, and if you're one of these people that hit me up in the DMs and I answered this question this way, like leave a comment below or something. But I always ask, what is your goals? What are your goals? Let me see your goals list. And 99% of the time, they say I don't have a goals list, or they just can't answer, right? And that's okay, right? They've got their compass because they've got the right mindset. They know what path, they know they want to go on a path, and they know they can be successful at a path as long as they start, right? They have their compass, they're locked in, they're focused, right? Which is amazing. They just don't know the direction that they want to go because they don't have a map, right? So that's your map. Your map, again, outlines exactly where you're going. You can put backstops on it. All right, I know I've gone too far if I hit this point on the map. There's just a bunch of different things that help you, that map helps you with, right? So that's like your goals list. You're writing down your timeline, you're writing down what your goals is, you're writing down where you want to be in a specific amount of time and how you're going to get there. You're writing your goals to get there. You're doing your backwards planning the same way you do route planning on a map. When you're doing land navigation, you do your route planning. You don't go out to the closest point first. The smartest, usually people run to their furthest point out and then work their way back in, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, if anybody's done land nav, you know what I'm talking about. So it helps you plan your route, and that's what your goals do. So you got your map, you got your protractor, and with those two things alone, you can pretty much find a point if you really needed to. I've done it before, but it's very, very hard. It makes it a lot harder to do that. It makes it a lot easier if you have a protractor, right? And what does the protractor do for you? Well, the protractor helps fine-tune exactly where you want to go. You can put in your GM angle, or it accounts for magnetic versus grid angles. It puts you literally exactly where you need to go. It helps you fine-tune your route, essentially, right? And the protractor, in my mind, is like the people that you follow, your network, the people that you talk to on a daily basis, right? I've done a video before where I talk about, hey, watch who you follow. Those people should inspire you spiritually, mentally, physically. They should be doing something positive for your life, right? You don't need to be following people that, do drugs or just do stupid stuff all day. It's not helping you at all. It's not putting you in the right mindset, right? So those people, your network, the people that you follow, those are like your azimuth. Like I said, you can find success with just a map and a compass, but it makes it a lot harder. If you have a network, a team behind you, and people that you associate that are trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do, it makes it a lot easier, right? It's an old African proverb that you guys have probably heard. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, bring a team. Same thing, right? So we have our compass, we have our map, we have our protractor, and then the last thing you need is your pace count. And your pace count, if you don't know what that is basically, it gives you a specific distance, a starting place. You start at a certain point, and then you walk 100 meters, and however many steps you take within that 100 meters is your pace count. All right, and you've got to be confident in your pace count. You've got to be consistent with your pace count, right? Same thing with life, right? So you've got to be confident and you've got to be consistent. But the key word there is consistent. You've got to know that if my pace count is 100 steps equals 100 meters, I have to be consistent with that. If I do this 5 times, I need to know that I've walked 500 meters, right? So that's your pace count. So again, what do we have to be successful in land navigation? You have your compass, you have your map, you have your protractor, you have your pace count. What do we have to be successful in life? Your mentality or your compass. We have our goals or our map. We have our network and our friends or our protractor. And then we have consistency. Consistency is our pace count, right? Those are the things that's going to make you successful in life. Sorry about that, guys. My headphones died. I just wanted to put out some information on my little walk, my little reflection walk, if you will. If you're finding value out of the content that I'm putting out right now, or the content that we're putting out, please do us a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this with a friend that could probably use it. If you're listening to this on podcast, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Leave a comment in that review as well. We love reading those. Any way to help the show, provide more value to you, that's what we're going to do. We're all about it. All right. If you're on Facebook, make sure you come and join our Military Cashflow Facebook group. We have 1,000 service members on there that are helping each other build wealth and create cash flow through real estate. This is your network, guys. This is the protractor that I was talking about. We got a protractor, a group of protractors that are willing to help you on your journey to wealth creation, right? And then lastly, if you are looking for some more step-by-step instruction, we offer a military cash flow course. And in that course, we show you how to find, how to analyze, how to buy, how to renovate, how to manage your team, how to build a team, how to successfully manage a cash flowing producing asset. We go from the beginning to the very, very end of everything. Even talk about goals. We heavily stress on goals. I give you an example of the goals list that I'm talking about right here, of my goals list, so that you can make your goals list essentially. Give you a timeline, give you a military cash flow calculator, all that stuff. So definitely go check that out. All right. If you want to find that stuff, just go to militarycashflow.com. You can find all the stuff that I'm talking about right now. With that, I think that's about it. Thanks for sticking with me this long. This is Dan Wynn signing off.